Oh, I suppose I should get everything ready. Minecraft, check. Well, not loaded up because it will crash. Tweet, Discord, YouTube, comment, sent out, check. Energy. Let you know when I find it. Hola. Welcome. Oh, I'm tired. I won't lie. I'm shattered. Look at this face. This is the face of a man that is tired. uh, Gotta get everything ready at the moment, and I'll switch over to the Minecraft. But it's just I sent everything out. Check. Hello, Joshy. Hello, Jurassic King. Oh, hello, guys. It's been a day. By that I mean it's 4 p.m. in the afternoon. I woke up at 3 p.m. Got out of bed at 20 past 3. Hopped in the shower and then came here. I look like I woke up from a hangover. Guess what? Oh, yeah, you got. I'm not too bad. Just tired, Joshy. But yeah, Kermit, I'll tell you now. I don't drink alcohol. I haven't drank alcohol for. I forget if this is the fourth or fifth year, but I've been completely alcohol free. Doesn't mix well with antidepressants, you see, and I don't miss it. Thus, I cannot have a hangover, but I can be incredibly tired. uh, yeah, I woke up. I was like, I was like, oh, stream, that's something to look forward to. So I got out of bed, rolled over. Finally, after 20 minutes, playing a game on my phone for about 20 minutes to wake me up. It didn't work. Hopped in the shower to wake me up. Didn't work. So I resorted to the nuclear option. I can be high as a kite. Hey now. I haven't been high in. What's the time now? 4 o'clock? 5 minutes. I'm kidding. For legal reasons, that's a joke. Right. I'll load up Minecraft. I'm sure you guys can start to hear it. I'm going to just drop this system volume. I need to do my bloody microphone settings again because it's changed the compression. I noticed that in a few videos recently that it's completely allowed the plosives, so the P's and the B's. Oh, hello, Minecraft. Do you want to crash? You did want to crash. Why? Oh, a ticking entity. Oh, this again. That means that the Indoraptor or the Indominus Rex, it's one of the Jurassic World Reborn ones, is crashing it. For God's sake. It's always them. I can go to the crash log and I can check. But it's always one of those two. So goody. Let's go to our crash log, shall we? Yeah, or not, because I clicked Minecraft and loaded it up before even thinking of checking that. Let's go back into my dinosaur world. Thank God we have a backup more recently. Hey. It's not Boomer versus Elite, it's Boomer versus Zoomer. Right, what crashed it? Okay. If I go away from where the Indoraptor is, because we will be away from it. Anyway, and he's going to game mode C. There we go. Right, get away from... Oh, no, I won't. I'll be going closer to it. Lol. We're going to do a bit of process and elimination, I suppose. Getting a bit of lag, which is kind of horrific. Something's definitely not right. I can give you that much. Right, and I think it was this block. Yeah, got it right first try. Right, we're going back down. We're looking to finish this build as soon as possible. And it's Boomer versus Zoomer, and we'll fit something in. I'll let you know. I'm recording a shed ton of Minecraft Dinosaurs on Wednesday. So I've got a backlog, and once I've got a backlog built up, because I've still not put the other thing live, we'll go from there. Anyway, let's switch over to gameplay. I need to... Oh, poop. It's not going to work because it's going to be... Oh, no. It's not doing the jumpy thing that it usually does with screen capture. I think we're good. Right. I want to finish this soon. Boomer versus Zoomer, yeah. Episode 200, yeah, I know, it's crazy. I wanted to do a little bit more out there stuff after episode 200, but the first couple episodes have already recorded. They weren't out there. I won't lie. I can't remember what the first one was. I know the second one was starting a Carnotaurus enclosure, and we're going back to the basic sort of a type of enclosure for them because they're not exactly a big build. The Indoraptor was a big build. A giant underwater thing was a big build. I'm not going to do constant big builds, otherwise I would never get content out, and it would just be 30 to 40 episodes of, wow, building section ACB 0.23 of this build, and it's just like, or I just don't release a video for months and go, well, here's the whole build, and it's like, the joys of a survival world, hey. So it's just like, okay, we'll just get back to basics. Right, I need to finish the design on this, and then what I can do is I can obviously copy this over, and I'll be happy with it effectively. I still haven't figured out a way on how you get down to the base without ruining my lovely, lovely staircase I've built. So we've got to figure that out too. I need to record at some point. It's been a month. You've got some Bigfoot footage. Maybe not prehistoric, not prehistoric Path of Titans, because that was that was an experience. That's all I'll say. Oh no. This base doesn't exist. I remembered now. This base doesn't exist. We're doing something with this. Corey's just remembered. We're doing something with these walls. Then we're dropping this off. Okay. We're good. We don't need to worry about the base. So I'm happy about that. But we do need to figure out supports for these. So we'll figure that out. When are you doing Among Us again? I'm thinking maybe Friday. We'll probably do some more Among Us. We'll do some Among Us community games because Friday's about a bit of Minecraft because today's stream is about 2 hours because I've got stuff to do. I've got to call pharmacy because I'm running out of my meds. I've got to make dinner and I've got to do some chores. Tomorrow it'll be about 4 hours, and then on Friday we're looking at four-ish hours as well. So you're getting 10 hours out of me live this week, which is pretty nice. And with all things that's going on, I'll probably hit the requirement for affiliate, unless I've done my maths wrong, in which case that will be next week. So there is that. Right, we're not doing any curve stuff. Just wanted to build this up for now and then just work the curve out from it. Okay, yes. And you. We'll do the same thing on the other side too. Perfect. Okay, and here I'd say. No, I don't want them right there. Yeah, I do though. Do I? I guess we'll find out. I'll have a look once they're done, so I can make my assessment. Okay. And all the way up. Oh, hello. I kind of like these floating candles, I'm not gonna lie. Right. So that sort of thing. So now I've got to work out how I want the curves and the actual support. But for now, let's just get this down. I'm actually quite happy with the way that they are at the moment in terms of them just being pillars at the moment, but we'll work the actual curve out. I just want to get them to their base and over here too. Like so. So we have now like a support structure. It needs work, I know, but it's there. And I will do the same on the other sides. So get over here and get over here. And then you go up. I said you go up. I said you go up. Hang on a second. Damn it. They cannot go up because the support structure should be here. See? Okay, right. I guess I could take it back. But I kind of like the way that they look here, so maybe not. Right, I guess I'll just get rid of these. And then it actually kind of works against this, actually, because if you look at it, yeah, it kind of works. Cool. Obviously, it's going to be curved anyway, so we might not even have that. Oh, no, we will, because the curve will be at the bottom, not the, and the top, not the... Yeah, it's fine. Corey did a stupid. There we go. Hello. Right. That is somewhat of a support structure. Oh, great. The build's finished. No. We'll figure it out. Oh, thanks, Jurassic. Yeah, no, the Path of Titans video was a lot of fun for the first, well, how much you saw. We did not enjoy the rest. It was, to put it into context, I was getting I get angry at inefficiencies in objects rather than people. And this video game was hitting on my tits, to say the least. It was just playing a Spinosaurus. You have to look completely left and crouch to interact with anything because of the broken hitbox. And it was like, oh yes, this is a perfectly reasonable adjustment to have to make after finding it out in the chat. Like I was chatting in the world chat. What the hell do you do as a Spino? It's like, whatever. Move on. I'll play a different dino once I finish this quest. Finish the quest, attacked an iguanodon. It called for a mate. The iguanodon murked me with its mate. I died and I thought, oh, that's a bit funny, you know, I might keep that in. Then I discovered shortly after that because we can't go on passive growth servers if you don't have the like full access features and unlocked premium, which I did because I got a code given to me from Keymailer, but Kermit didn't, so we couldn't go onto any passive servers. And then rather than having passive growth, we had milestone based growth, and because I died, I lost all my progress. My very, very small amount of progress after completing a quest, I might add. So I was like, are you kidding me? Whatever. I'll play something else. So I thought, oh, you know what? I'm going to try the new pterosaur. I'll play the pterosaur. That'll be a bit of fun, won't it? You know, be able to fly. You can't fly. Well, you can for all of 5 seconds every 2.5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. And it's like, this is shit. Pardon my French, but it was. I was like, this is awful. So if I ever do go back to Path of Titans, it'll be after a lot of updates and or just playing the Marine Life. Because the Marine Life, when I played that one on single player, just to see how my 4090 could cover it, was so much fucking fraud. Pardon my French again. I'm letting them all out. I'm so tired. I'm clearly not having a filter. I had so much fun. How long do you think the build will be done? Right, so if I actually give you the rundown on what we need to get done. Base design still, because I do need a design for the undercarriage if you also actually have an idea of how it's floating. I'm happy with the bridge. It's good enough. You can see both the Skelly's eyes. Copy, paste over this side. Figure out how we're doing the tombs. And then the entrance in, and it's done. It's not far. The support structures are part of it, though, so we do need to figure those guys out. I could just do the absolute lazy way and keep it as a straight line, which Kermit will hate, but I could do the lazy way of this to give an idea of support. You know what I mean? Like this. I'll show you what I mean. Oh, Corey, you dingus. There we go. No. So you see what I mean? Something like that. It really gives this idea of support, you know? But I'm not doing that. Or I could, and I could build something around the outside. Yeah, you know what? We might. And then we'll just build a solid line here because this connects here. And we'll go like so. No. Like that, I guess. Yeah. Something like that. And then build a structure around the outside. Could work. But for now, it's gonna be that. It's gonna be me. Because I am a lazy sod. Okay. And I want to see the end of this damn build. Right. That'll do. Wait, hang on. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, okay, so 5 blocks. That's only 3. So, boop, 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 boop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this one is slightly taller because there's not so much of a difference, so that makes sense. It's fine. It's fine. Did that spider just commit Sudoku? He did commit Sudoku. And this is about to be a... What's a homicide? I don't know. How long... a tomb of... Could you imagine if I built a beaver tomb? Just like... Where you guys... No, that's a bit dark. But I'm like, this is where his Minecraft character is. One day, legends tell of him awakening. I could probably get his head in here. That sounds very, very evil and bad. But you know what I mean. Like, this is my actual, like, character head, because you can get that. And I could put it in there, you know. Also, we don't have a dead Megalosaurus, so I can soon get rid of this, but I will have to figure out the things that we do have dead that I've not built a thing for yet, which includes an Indominus Rex, a Plesiosaur, several Ichthyosaurs. I have no idea. Anyway, support structure. Yeah, it's awful. Right, let's get rid of these. I hate it. 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 I do hate it. Right. Get rid, get rid, get rid. How would a curve work? God, this is the qualms of being me. Or the qualms? I don't know what it is. Faux pas? No. Problems. If we were using... Joshy, working on that thought, if we were using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, right? 12 Charlies, right? Would be covered. Which I know I called my bow Charlie 72, but it wasn't 70 deaths. It was about 6 or 7 though. So, one entire wall would be dedicated to Charlie. I also wanted to do some sort of mosaic ceiling rather than just stone. Oh, this is going to be... Okay, maybe we have a little bit more. Let's get a signpost down, actually. So that we can actually start ticking things off. Supports for bridge. Yes, Corey, that's how you spell bridge. Bridge. Supports for bridge. Under level, I'll just call it that because I know what that means. And then ceiling, tombs. Can I go down again? Nope. And entrance. Oh wow, I can fit entrance in there. Sick. That's pretty much where we're at the moment. So supports for bridge is number 1. I'm getting a blank on that, so we'll move to number 2, which is the under level. So what are we going to do down here? Well, I was thinking something to completely offset all of this. I don't know whether we're going to be replacing this stone in here too. Oh. Minecraft crashed. Right, I'm going to have a look at the exit code. View crash report. Here we go. Because Minecraft completely crashed and then opened on my other side. What was it that it opened? Oh yeah, my Minecraft folder. Right, let's give you guys a thing quickly, shall we? Gameplay, because it's only this. Right. I let you down. Sorry. You're goddamn right. Detailed walkthrough of the error then. Right, cool. Pathfinding, walk node processor. So it's definitely a mob, Pathfinder. Dinosaur attack, so something just attacked something, and because they break whenever they attack things, yeah, there we go, look, boom, Indoraptor. I told you, it's always the freaking Indos. They have not fixed the Indominus or the Indoraptor in Jurassic World Reborn yet. Exact location, so you get your X, Y, and Z coordinates. Right. So, basically what's happened is something has spawned in there, or the Indoraptor has escaped. Because the first one died after breaking all of the skeletons on the lower level, because apparently they counted as mobs to it. It died, because apparently it died. So I put a new one in, which was fully grown. That was clearly a mistake. Oh, the 49 can handle Minecraft, it just causes my screen to flicker if it's on super high frame rates. So I put everything up to high, effectively. Right, yeah, so it is Jurassic World Reborn, so, yay. I've not had a single issue with a Jurassic World Reborn block. I've had hundreds of issues with their freaking mobs, right? We're going to go to the Indoraptor, go to the root of the problem, and then I'm going to freeze him. Except my freeze command will completely freeze other entities within a certain radius, and I do not want that. So I might need to adjust the freeze command. Everything you love dies. That's not true. My hair hasn't... Oh my god, you're right. Right, let's go to the root of the problem. I know that we're not currently on the gameplay, so let me just switch that over. This is a race against time. It will probably crash by the time I get there. However, we're doing this. We are doing what I like to call Operation Get the Hell Away From Me, you stupid, stupid mob. This is the problem with a lot of my builds. Indominus died. Indoraptor has now more than likely killed whatever it was that broke it, right? Because I can see him in there. What happens if the other Indoraptor didn't die and he just got out? Although, that's a possibility. Everyone look for an Indoraptor. Use your eyes. I see nothing. Cool. Unless he went underground. Anyway, Mr. Indoraptor, you have been charged with a great crime. I am sorry. For those of you of faint heart or who like the Indoraptor, please look away. I'm fully aware there's not many people viewing right now. But even if there was hundreds of people viewing, I'd say look away all half of you. By half, I mean half of one, not half as in 50. Right. Problem solved. Now then. Shall we go back to building? I think we shall. Remembers Charlie. Ah, yes. Yeah, you're not wrong. Now, how are we going to do this down here? Right, back to what I was doing, which was the underside. Down here. How are we going to do this then? Right, because we've got stone, so I guess we would need to use stone brick. However, we also have organic rock and thing. So we have dark colors. I was thinking, and I'm not going to do it now, but I was thinking originally like quartz pillars that are supporting it and so on and so forth. However... Oh, diamond. However, I don't think that would work. I don't think that would work color-wise. Possibly volcanic brick we can use as a sort of darkness surrounding, especially as it leads in. It will be quite nice. So I'm thinking we go towards the... Oh, wrong button. That's not I. Escape. So I'm thinking we use volcanic brick. Good times you had beaver on this world. Okay, enjoy the reminiscent. I remember them too. Volcanic. Oh, you do have... Yeah, that might be why, King. I don't have thing. I've tried enabling stuff that if it's going to cause a crash, it just deletes the entity. Guess what? It doesn't do it. I said, you know what? If you want to do that, absolutely. Free me from this nightmare that happens more regularly than it should. And guess what happens? It doesn't. So I have to go find the entity. It's a lot better than the Spinoraptor was. In fact, every single one of the hybrids kind of breaks the game. The Indoraptor these been a pain for the last couple of days. It always happens after a couple, and then it happens for a bit, and then I sort it out. For Spinoraptor, however, it took me like 20 minutes of trying to get to it, only a chunk away, because it was constantly attacking things after it broke out. So I had to literally fly to it, get it on a lead, fly up to the sun, and let go of the lead. I can confirm the problem was fixed after that. How do we want to do this? Oh, well, not that. Pitui. Right. How are we gonna do this? Right, let's figure this out, shall we? Oh, for... Right. We will figure this out. Do we want something like this? Very, very, very Billy Basic, right? But it works. So, if it's Billy Basic and it works, and then we'll figure out the rest, like the actual pillars and stuff from there. So let's just get this all the way around. I know I could use the copy and paste tool, however that also rotates them, so it makes it completely pointless. Universe tweaks is great. I might have to check that out. It might be nice to have something that doesn't crash every 5 minutes. Right, this would be a great place for a pillar, so we're keeping this here as it is. So that'll just be great, another pillar effectively. And maybe we work the pillars into this, because as you can see, this one's a little bit further out, which I don't know if it should be. I mean, these two actually, yeah, we decided on the wider ones they would be out further, so that's fine. Probably get something here, maybe like a little lava sewer system. So you know where we have the sewer system below the farmhouse that's roof still isn't finished? Maybe we work something like that. I think that could be quite nice. Right, so this is just being done because I can't think of a support for the... Oh, hello. Yeah, I know. Now you'll work. For the Whatchamaflip. I'm losing my mind. Corey, we'll get there eventually, I promise. All right, I remember why we needed to come down to this level. Because these things on the bottom, which would only reduce it to 4/8 if we don't have them. Which technically we don't actually need 12 right now, so maybe we keep it at 8, and then if I need to expand it, we will make a way of getting down. I'm not against that idea, I won't lie. But yeah, no, like the lava drain, like underneath that, so just like a little thing that opens. I placed a block, and I have no idea where it went. Okay, let's ignore it then. If you don't see the problem, it's not real. Oh, God, the amount of people with anxiety, myself included, that have told themselves. Right. This is going to be... Oh, I've got planned... See, just moving on to another part of it just really helps keep your brain flowing, you know? Rather than just sitting there. It's like essay work. I learned this, unfortunately, about... on my final year of working on college, so in my final year of college, I've never been a good essay writer. It comes with a part of the parcel of, you know, dyspraxia and other neurodivergence. It's, I think, a really lazy way of teaching people or forcing people to write. I hate it. But I learned later in life that normal people write out their essay, then they make adjustments, change, everything like that. No, I didn't do that before. Does anyone want to hazard a guess on how I did it? Because I'll tell you, it's gonna be stupid. Rather than finish the whole thing, come back to it, make tweaks. No. Unless you're like, you change your core fundamental message of the essay or what you're trying to get across. No, I would write a paragraph at a time. Figure out if that's what I was trying to mean. Figure out if that's what I was trying to read. Make edits, spell check, everything like that, which could take like 20 to 30 minutes per paragraph. Do you know how stupid that is? Yeah. That's exactly how I used to write my essays. Which, unfortunately, if you constantly edit the paragraph and paragraph and paragraph, when you write the paragraph out, say I wrote paragraph 1, edited it, completed it, great. That's good because that's your message, that's where you're going from, that is your leading direction. You then write paragraph 2 based on the end message of paragraph 1. And then you change it, and change it, and change it, and suddenly said paragraphs have no connection point, they're just completely interloping. And thus, you fail every written thing. Because like, I can write essays now, and I haven't got an issue writing something out that's like quite full length. I can write scripts and stuff, all that good stuff. But that's only because I have learnt of my previous failures. Yeah, it wasn't smart, mate. I'm not gonna lie, but that's because that's how I thought I was supposed to do it, and I thought like, oh, this makes sense, and it doesn't. It might work for some people. Turns out for dyspraxic, young, still receding hairline at that point. Anyway, me, it didn't work. My wrist is going nutty nana. Who's tweeting? Oh wow, okay. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's stream. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It'll be longer, which is nice, because I know that it's a Monday, so I wasn't, you know, and a Tuesday tomorrow. We're not expecting many people. Fridays, we'll probably get quite a few of you guys online, so that's fine. But tomorrow's stream can be slightly longer, which is good. But also, I'm playing Trails of Cold Steel and subjecting you guys to that. And I want to see as many people who can make it as possible, because it genuinely is so much fun. And if you can't make it, that's fine, just watch the VOD. Because I cannot stress how awesome it is. All of the game's music is not copyrighted, because it was done in-house. That makes me so happy. And And then once we get through Trails of Cold Steel, we're going to go through Trails of Cold Steel 2, 3, and 4. And then we'll do Trails into Reverie in July when it's out, but that will be after I have played it personally, because I don't want anyone spoiling me live on stream, and I don't want people backseat gaming if they've played it before. Whereas Trails of Cold Steel 1, 2, and 3, and 4, I've played them all, I've platinumed them, I've done, like, I think, 3 or 4 playthroughs each on each game. I know what I'm doing. It'll probably take a moment or two to readjust to all my methods and madness, because I was definitely having method and madness. But it's JRPG, and I know that that's apparently a topic of discussion using that term nowadays, but it's an RPG with numbers involved, right? And I really, really enjoy numbers, and I really enjoy RPGs. So, yeah. Right, that's the base of this, right? We have got, what, effectively right now, 4 pillars. I want more. So, what we're going to do is we're going to introduce a block here, just so we can do this. And a block here. So let's just go around to each of these. And now I could make this an even bigger pillar by bringing this all the way out here and then bringing those blocks forward, which we may do. So we'll come back to, or this one I should say. So we'll come back to that. But for now, let's just get these placed around all of these pillars. No, not on the edge. We'll figure something out for that. Let's go. And boop. How many more we got? Oh, Corey. Only a couple more. I did it again. Not once, but twice. Right. Boom. There we go. And I didn't do it on the side. No, cool. Making sure I didn't do the edge on the other one, because that would have been a colossal. That's a lie. It wouldn't be too difficult to fix. So, yeah, they were all looking good. Right, sick. We need to figure out what we're doing on the lower side of it, because I like the idea of it having a slight overhang, which is currently got on these pillars, rather than being, you know, the same down below. But I might want it not to have that, so that we've actually got blocks to work with. Hello, Vicente. We've given it the other side, which is the main build over there, some support structures is what you've missed. By that, I mean I built a straight line. And now we're working on the underside, because I can't think of how I want to do the actual support structures, so I'm moving on to something I had an idea for. So rather than that, and I'm pretty sure these ones are even further out, which we actually want, so I'm happy about that. So it's actually got a bit of a difference rather than just boom. Actually, how have you got? Oh yeah, because you're 1 block out, so we'd have actually built 2, which is fine. This is actually kind of how I wanted it, just having a bit of overhang, or a bit extra overhang than the other one. So for the bigger ones, we might be able to get away with actually building in something. We'll obviously probably build something in with this as well, I'm not gonna lie to you, because it just needs to have a little bit more shape to it. So I know using like a mod's blocks is like a bad idea, but I'm not too fussed. Right. Hang on a minute. No. I know what I did. I did this on each of these, didn't I? I built them out as well, included in it, rather than thing. That's where I made that. And guess what? I'll do it again. That's fine. Tomorrow I think I'm going to get the first volume of Kaiju. No, oh, I've got volumes 1, 2, and I think 3. I might have 4. I will need to check. I will also check the comic book store when I go into town next to get my haircut, probably on Thursday or Friday. So yeah, I'm in the same boat. I love Kaiju number 8. Absolutely fantastic. I think it's slowed down a bit in the last few chapters. But it's starting to heat up again. I know that you'll say, but it's had a load of combat, but I mean, like, narratively. But now it's sort of actually feeding into the next part of the narrative, which is nice. We're about to make a lovely little discovery. So, we have got some... No. How double dare you? There we go. Perfect. So we have our structural parts. Now, just because this will actually allow us to have... I could just build this instead, actually. I don't know why I didn't do that, just so it makes it a little bit more nice. You know what I mean? In terms of colour. There we go. Perfect. Alright. I do it on all of this side. Yep. Cool. That way, when we do the bottom part, it will be uniform by using one of these blocks. Oh, Corey. That looks right. Yeah, you've not missed much, mate. It's all good. The VOD will, of course, be up on the unofficial VOD channel and on Twitch as well. Watch it on Twitch first, of course, but if you don't get it there within a week, you know where to go. Right, so now we build the actual... Let's build from this side going outwards. And we can, once again, use lava again around the sides. That is not impossible. So we will figure something out, but this now needs to be here. And then what we need to do is build you out. Like this. And we have a pillar, which we can build upon, like so. And then do the same thing on this side, so block is here. This is effectively what we've got to do now, or just all the way around, and then I can work out what we're going to do with the actual walls once we've got the pillars, because it's going to give me a good idea of what to do. With the pillars for these two, I think we might... I'm split. I could either bring this out and we can have like a wall of something, or we could just have the pillars and then a deeper wall. I don't know. So we will do those ones last. Yeah, let's not forget the actual part that makes it a pillar. Thank you very much. You're part of the great one. You're part of the great one. You're not. So down here. Get the block down. You know the drill by now, right? Okay. And but yeah, we've got a fun little concept of a video coming up soon. Kermit's going to show me all of the stuff in Minecraft that I have never touched, aka anything after 1.12.2. So that's going to be fun. I am looking forward to that. Got to figure out a timing for it, and then how much of it we're going to record. It won't be a super long thing, maybe a couple of episodes. But it's going to be funny. Did you see the trailer for Season 2? No, I haven't watched it yet. I did see you linked it, but I will probably watch that once I'm done on stream. Once I've called my pharmacy, probably. And while I make dinner, I like to have things queued. This is weird. This is so sad. This is the life of an adult man. When I'm making dinner, I'll be in the kitchen making dinner, funnily enough. Because I like cooking, so I'm the cook of the house, effectively. And I will queue up whatever I was wanting to watch that day. So when I'm cooking dinner and when I eat standing up in the kitchen because I'm a weird freak. I don't sit down anywhere. I don't like sitting down and eating anymore. Hell, I can't even drink properly if I'm sitting down. Like right now, I see drink. The occasional time I have to mute and cough because I've conditioned my body to go, drink when you're standing up, eat when you're standing up. So much so that when I go into the office for work every now and then, and I get a water from the machine and I sit down and drink it and I start choking, they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, drowning because I'm stupid. But yeah, so I'll queue things up to watch while I'm cooking or, cutting stuff, and then watch. I know, be careful when you're cutting, but I know what I'm doing. And then I'll watch when I'm eating. I like doing that. So that's one of the things. Don't worry, I will be watching it. You're going to have so much fun. I know I am. You guys need to understand, like, when I first discovered Minecraft, it was probably one of, it's a game that has defined games to me, which is really weird to say about, Minecraft. But it did. I discovered the joys of Minecraft when it came out, thanks to CNanners, because my brother watched CNanners, and he was like, "Oh, but CNanners is playing this new game. It's very early. We should get it." And I was like, "You know what? Okay, I've got a credit card. I've got a debit card now. I'm employed. I was like 15 or so at the time, and I just got a job at a supermarket. I was like, you know what? Why not?" So I bought it for both of us. We played it. playing it as it updated, and honestly, never looked back. It was, yeah, it's definitely a thing to find me. But the point being is, I played it since then, but I never moved past 1.12.2 because of the mods. Now, had the mods constantly stayed update, would I have got bored Minecraft sooner? Would I have, played the newer stuff? Who knows? The next episode of Adventure is going to be awesome. Oh, hell yeah, it is. It's going to be a bit jarring, though, because that fight will probably take up 2/3 of the episode, maybe a little bit more. Unless they really take it out. And I'll be very happy if they do drag it out, because it was such a short part. And I was like, eh. Hello, how art thou this fine day? Thouist is very good. Or sorry, what's Old English for good? Thouist is very tip-top good, I suppose. How art thou in such a good occasion, Trike? Whom stivist? Yes, it's more advanced than whom. It's whom stivist. I'm just pulling your chain. Yeah, no, I'm all good, mate. I hope you're all good too. Put this in the background while I code. Ooh, Mr. King, what do you code? Mods. A large collection of games. What do you code? Okay, mod. Right, I got it right the first time. Oh, wow, I actually prepped this one. Isn't that great? And then, I think this is the last one. Now we get to decide. Firstly, I want to get these walls done. Then we'll move on to those walls. But now we get to decide what I'm doing with these. Do I build a pillar? No, I think we don't. Hear me out here. I like the concept of this being maybe a little bit further in, like this, the entire way. Then we'll have a solid wall that we can do stuff with. So, stop it. Like so. Get rid of these because we need to figure out what we're doing. This gives me a lot of possibility. Now, thank you. Thank you. You guys can go too on the inside. There we go. This gives us quite a lot of a room for activities, if you will. Now, we do need to replicate. I don't know if this block's needed either, actually. No, it's not. There we go. So to replicate, all we need to do is just go like you. You're a corner piece here, right? Yeah, right, cool. And then like that, and we'll get rid of the... God damn it. Other ones after. Like that. Oh, went over by a couple. There we go. And never like so. That'll create a perfect corner. I'll check the corners on the other side too, because I have a feeling probably gone all glitchy too. No, that one didn't hate it. Just to confirm, it's on this side, perfect. So you have this massive wall, right? Now, before we put the fillings in, you know the drill. We have to replicate it on the other side. So we'll get rid of these, just so that we can do this. Right, you can just become normal again. And that block, we don't need you. And I'll do all the way to the connecting point, copy the bottom below, and then figure out what we're doing for the wall of it. Obviously, I did say I want a little like lava drain. However, the lava drain needs to be contained. It cannot drop into the end, like the nothingness, because I don't think it will, for one. For two, I don't want to risk it. So, I don't know if it can drop out of the world, but that could cause some lag down the line if something's just constantly falling. So we're not going to do that. In Nickelodeon's Kid Choice Award, they gave Optimus Prime a Lifetime Achievement Award. Yes, I saw that in Discord. You mentioned it. Because it's pretty damn cool. He deserves it. My king. Now, do the same thing on the bottom. No, stop it. There we go. You are? Yes. Just constantly checking at this point because I know what I'm like. Vicente, I have a feeling... Oh, I have gone wildly over. I have a feeling you'll probably want to see tomorrow's stream, so even if you're not there for it live, mate, I thoroughly recommend you checking it out. Just because you're the type of guy that will probably enjoy it, like I do. At least the story, like, some of you guys might not like the game of Trails of Cod Steel, but the story's pretty damn cool. I mean, it's got everything you possibly want. Anime, mechas, I don't think it's kaiju, unfortunately. So maybe not everything you want. But it has, yeah, it's anime and mechas. What more do you want? Oh, and a really hot teacher. Because it suffers from the JRPG bloody curse that is set in a school. And before you say, that's not okay, it kind of is. And then it's like, oh, but they have got like... Actually, no, they've got like, let me think. How many teachers have they got that are like outstanding? In the first game, you only really meet properly one of the teachers, and Sarah's best girl. And then later on, you get Aurelia, and she is just like, Mother. You'll understand when we play, I promise. Now, I wonder how I'm going to do this. We have got them done on both sides, so we do have time to just mess around with it effectively. So let's do that right now. Effectively, we can have a wall or a ceiling, if you will, of that, so that's not an issue. But how are we going to do this? Let's just get this wall done first, I think. So get the ceiling and the wall. So the back wall, we're probably going to use something like this, so it's fine. When we get to the lava point, which we will, we'll probably have it fill in down here somewhere. So we'll have like a thing so that this part doesn't get dropped out. So when we do the drop out, it's not going to be here. So that's nice. Right, let's get this done. I might just copy and paste the design once it's done on the other side, but we'll see. Because it looks like it's going to be an easy replication. I'm not too fussed. Let's get the wall done. Yeah, ceiling. I keep saying wall, and I'm referring to a ceiling. Okay. There we go. No, you don't need to come out too. Right. It's like that currently. However, some of these will be coming forward and creating pillars. Like so. Then maybe a 2 gap, I think. So 1 and a 2. And a 1. Okay, we'll leave it like that for now. We need to put some lighting effect in there. So it was a 1, wasn't it? Yes, I did put blocks down still. So let's just get the blocks down quickly. And then 2, so and then 1. And then we've got something in the middle. It's almost Pantheon-esque, right? I do need to give it some lighting, so maybe we replace... hold up. There we go. Oh, hello. How'd you get there? Something like that. I guess we'll see in a second if it's really needed or if the lava's going to just help anyway. And if not, I could possibly... Because we're going to be looking down rather than have them here, actually. Hold up, hear me out. Because we're going to be looking down if we do want lighting rather than being there. The only downside is if I put them up here, they're going to be visible too. So we'll just see how the lava goes. Oh, God's sake, I did it again. See how the lava goes and go from there, I guess. So, lava. Liquid hot magma. Okay, so we do need to have a collection point. Otherwise, it's going to be messy. And then we need to figure out how we're going to get it coming out of the wall. So, I'll figure it out. I do want this to be like this the entire way. So, I say the entire way like this, I mean. Oh. I know this is going to be visible now. It's not centered. It needs to be a 3 to be centered. But making it a 3... Oh, no. Right, okay. Maybe not. Maybe not the roof. That's fine. The roof can be something else. That is fine. Because it's going to be hidden. And now we see if lava's going to behave. It looks like it's behaving. Incredible. We do like it when it behaves. Okay. And by the looks of it, if I take away my... quickly just stick you up here and stick you here and move away. It is covering a decent amount of lighting. Lava will do that, funnily enough. Who knew it? But you can barely see the structural support around this side. Once again, this wall is not just going to stay as this is. It's going to have something in the back. I don't know whether we're going to go with nether brick or quartz or what. Just want to get the base elements out of the way. I'm kind of happy with this, but imagine if this was replaced with, say, for example, nether brick, which would be, had to be done. However, we now have to do the same thing on this side, so actually I'll get this back out because I'm going to need it. Does this just go up to here as well? Yeah, it just connects to that point. Okay, cool. And then we got a wall. Oh, so I keep saying wall when I mean ceiling. Brain. Oh, what are you coding actually, King? You said mod, but what is it that you've got to code? Is it a mob? Because if you're coding a mob, I'm just curious, is it on 1.12.2 or is it like a newer version? Right, and then we did this on the back for all of them. Hello. So, give it a wall. 1.18.2, okay. So not completely up to date, but definitely more of a jump. I mean, let's face it, it's a massive jump. You know, 1.12.2 to 1.18 is 0.06, which doesn't... 0.006, which doesn't sound like a lot. No, it would be let me see. 0.06, yeah. Which doesn't sound like a lot, guys. No, but 0.006, because they started using 1.2 rather than when they got 1.9 and they didn't hit 2.0. Ooh, whatever. You get the point. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. That's several years of an update, so that's pretty cool. Right. So was it like this? And then... Was it like that? A gap then that? Or was it... Yeah, it was a gap then that. Oh, I made a mistake. Guys, I made a mistake. Let's fix that mistake quickly. And then it would be... So I did this. No, I didn't. Not on this side. Oh, that's why. 1, and then 1. And then it was 2. So it would be like that. Which causes problems. And then a 2. Okay, let's rework this. We'll leave this as it is. So let's just quickly fit in a block on either side, like so. Figure it out from there, or keep the end one the same. Okay. Yeah, they're not the exact same length, which was going to happen, unfortunately, because I'm stupid. Right, is this on this pillar? It's on this pillar. Great. Because it's an even number, so you actually have to figure this out before you build. Who'd have guessed it? Right, so if I put it down the middle, I have a 3. Is this a 3? 1, 2, 3, yeah. And a 3. If I put this down the middle, I can't, because it's a 2 and a 3, which makes 5. So what we'll do is we'll build out 1 here, 1 here, and then I'll build a 2 on this side, a 2 on this side. Still not going to work. Right, this is fine, because now I get to make this symmetrical like I wanted it to, because if you look here, it's here. So this actually needs to come like this, which is fine. Stop it. Let me build in, and then put the lava down. so it'll actually create the proper effect. Or don't do what I wanted you to do, and I will get rid of all of you and then place all of you again. Thank you. Right, that's fine. We've now solved the problem. Oh dear, right, so back to the original designs, I think, because I really like the way they look. So it was 1 on the edge, and then a 1, and then a 2. Actually, no, we've got to do this. So I like the way that this worked. And that's probably why we got a lot of problem there. Are you going to be a problem? I could probably get you to come out a bit more. There we go. Okay. And we can get a 2 down. Like that. Boom. So 1, 2, and it'll be a gap. Perfect. Right. Something like that works. Mistake unscrewed. Right, let's just get this all the way around again. What have I done now? Nothing. I fixed a problem. And I'm working on it. I'm back. I went to help my friend to his classroom because of his broken leg. Oh, wow. I hope they feel better soon. I hope they heal soon. It was a simple... I did not struggle. That was not a struggle. It was easy. Once I got the out thing. I rarely make the symmetrical mistake. That's why I build it in symmetry. Thus, I fixed it. It was not a struggle. I went out. I went, let's just try design. It didn't work. I then went, okay, let's move this over by 1. Boom, easy fix. That was not a struggle. It was a struggle that I didn't notice for so long. I'll admit that much. But the fix was not a struggle. The whole other part was. Besides, this is my build. Me build how I want. And me build stupid. That's just part of the charm. It's knowing that every single block I place causes blood pressure. It's part of the charm, really. Right. Either side, boom. Then it was a 1. Boom. And it was a 2. Boom. So it was a 1. And it was a 2. And then it was a 1 again. And we should have, once done, now that I'm actually counting, 3. Okay, great, we've done it. Now to get the flows the exact same, I've forgotten how I did it. Well, first and foremost, this needs to be empty. And then I want to get some wall down. So let's have a look at the flow quickly. So it wasn't placed here. It wasn't placed here. It was placed... So I actually need to go back by 1 more. Por favor. Get this nice and replaced. So it's not visible. Don't replace at the top. Because we're getting rid of that, which we don't want. And get this replaced too. And then we'll place it at the top here. I did put a block down eventually, but I did it afterwards, so it didn't make a difference. So let's not do that. This should replicate the flow. We will check it, and if not, we'll adjust. But I'm pretty sure that is the exact... Yeah, that is the exact same flow. Amazing. Right, that's that base design done. Now we need to make some tweaks and see how we want to change it. But overall, there's been good progress so far. I'm not having a discussion. You tried multiple times for the same design on either side, and it didn't line up multiple times. I think you'll find the entire thing lined up. Like, after adjustment once on this. If you're talking about something else, maybe you're right. But on this, it was like, boom, it didn't line up on either side. And I was like, okay, right, because it's 5 and thing. And then on this one, I went, okay, let's just change it. I'm not looking forward to the day that my emotes go live, because you are going to be a menace with that derp face one. Oh, dear. Right. I am a menace. What? I'd like to plead the fifth. I am Eric Cartman. Well, do you like good chili? Do you like chili? That was probably the darkest episode ever. Of well, one of the darkest, I should say. They probably had other dark ones, but it was just like, I sent your parents to go and try and steal one of the horses. It was just like, oh my! I remember watching that when it came out, or around when it came out, because obviously UK got it later than America in terms of the drill. But just like, Jesus Christ, Cartman, what the? And then later on, with the later episode where it was discovered that possibly one of his dads was Scott Tenorman's dad, which didn't upset that he turned him into chili. Quite darkly, he was more upset that he was possibly half ginger. I was there like, bruh, you really are twisted. Now, how do we do this? We can bring this out even further. Maybe bring this part out further and have the lava drip. But rather than being flat, like here, maybe bring this out further. Now that we look at it, like here, and then have the lava in front. I could have like a lava pool if I wanted. But then the lava pool would have to make sure it doesn't get dropped off when I get rid of the floor. Hey now. You can't say that. Oh wait, no, aren't you Ginger? Aren't you, Kermit? Before we start grouping people in. If you are, you're allowed to say that. If you're not, I'm not letting you say it. Don't say it then. Bad. If you are, you can say it. If you're not, you cannot. Even in jest, lad, this is Twitch. Now, Corey must use all remaining one brain cell because the other one is still asleep. I don't know. Okay, well, come back. Do I want this to go out further? Because it would be something like this, effectively, right? And then you'd have the lava probably around here coming out. And you'd have, like, the thing going around it here. I don't know. It would create more of a layer. Hey, Kermit, I did wake up Ginger once. That's a lie. I fell asleep Ginger once and woke up Ginger as well. It was about 4 weeks, 5 weeks. I wanted to dye my hair blonde when I was a kid. I was 6 or 7. And my parents were like, oh yeah, we'll dye your hair blonde. Because I used to be blonde like when I was 4 or 5 and I had blue eyes. And I look at the images and I'm like, and they're like, yeah, you grew out of that. Most people that, at that age do actually grow, darker hair and thing. And I'm thinking, you mixed me up with another child at a play park somewhere, didn't you? But no, it's apparently a real thing. So I think, and I was like, I'd like to go back to being blonde for a bit, see how it's like. Blondes have more fun, Mum screwed it up. Mum's not a hair salon person, and, we weren't exactly well off, so we couldn't just afford a child to go out and get his hair done. It's fair enough, right? Mum gives it a go. Doesn't bleach me completely. So, don't know if you know, but dark brown hair, when you bleach it, you have to do it over multiple times, or you have to use a really high-strength stuff. Because I've done my hair since, and I've done research around it, and I know what I'm doing. If I do dye my hair, well, there's no point now. I've only got a strip. Though I might dye it silver again, because I had fun doing that last time, but it'll probably kill the last of my hair, so it's not worth it. So, I didn't dye it, bleach it the entire way. I ended up doing it, and I went past. No, I didn't, because kids aren't as mean as they could be. It was like just before secondary school. I think I was still primary school. So they were just like, "Oh, your hair's different. Oh wow, wanna go play truck?" It was like that sort of thing, mate. I remember it distinctively. Had I done that in secondary school, I don't think I would have survived the social side of it. It's, don't worry. I don't like bullies. Let's look at that, Kermit. I got bullied enough as I got older. And now I'm getting bullied by my mod. Shock. Absolute shock. Right. Now, 3 by 3. Just for those that are aware, his views do not reflect my own. I do not have an issue with gingers. Just to confirm. But that is fine. Now. Dabba dabba da. Dabba dabba da. Ah dabba dabba da. Ah dabba dabba da. Bruh. It's going past the meme at this point, Kermit. Do you want the sword or do you not want the sword? Because it's pretty cringe what you're saying right now. I like cringe. Right. Let's have a look at how this would work, just as a thought. Oh, what, how? Yeah, I mean, I can get it if you've been like the thing, but they're all not that cringe. Like, you can hate a specific person. Trust me, I hate several of them. Now, how... Okay, I don't think it would work. I don't think... let's get rid. Come back to it. Come back to it. When brain isn't as turkey. Right, okay. Oh, she gets a haircut. Shouting, screaming, stinking, puke. So that reminds me of the... Can you remember the period of meme culture where everyone would react? I remember the origin of it. It was like someone started out like whenever, like, it was because of like K-pop stans. And I will not talk bad about K-pop stans because they did something very hilarious to me. They did several things very hilarious to me that I found hilarious, and I'll explain it. The history of this meme, for example. So, it's a few years back. K-pop stans would constantly post videos, and I'd blocked hundreds of them, but, you know, you'd see the same thing every time. Crying, screaming, and so on and so forth, about a video, and, you know, there'd be that K-pop video, and they'd just be like, crying, screaming, blah. And then it evolved. People started taking the piss, because people would put crying, pissing, shitting, coming. It was just so funny. And they would do that, just obviously rip into other people and so on and so forth. But the reason that I don't have an issue with K-pop stans, and I actually went through my block list, which is about 4,000 on Twitter, and I'm not kidding, because it helps with the algorithm if you don't want to see certain things. They did two things. I can't think it was the 2020 election, or it might have been the 2015 election in America. I can't remember. No, it was 2020. They started collectively as a group trolling. I can't remember if it was Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, one of the Republican ladies that was... Yeah. They like booked tickets, like hundreds of tickets to one of the showings, and then just didn't show up just to troll them, which, don't get me wrong, you're still paying them money, but you're giving them a massive empty auditorium, and that was hilarious. And also when the K-pop stans and the furries collectively came together to troll them as well. Which, once again, absolute world-class Twitter moments before Twitter went to crap after Muskrat bought it. It was just absolutely fantastic. Like, we all know how many bots are on Twitter. Like, I think some of them were cut out, and then there's still so many left. There's hundreds of thousands, possibly millions, of bots still on Twitter, right? The furries broke the bots. Have any of you heard of the socialist teeth? Any of you? Like, the socialist teeth incident. I don't know if it's online. I remember living through it. That's all I remember. So the socialist teeth movement, where when a lot of furries would be posting their personas and going, I'm a socialist teeth, right? Cool, okay. Be you, cool. The bots, however, could not understand it. They saw the term socialist teeth. Do you know what they did? It broke hundreds of thousands of misinformation bots. because they were having meltdowns. Their codes weren't working because they were then trying to co-opt the trend into far left extremist dentists about Big Dental and how Big Dental was satanic. It was so funny. It was so funny. It was just honestly one of the best parts of Twitter that day. I was just like reading through it, and like, obviously the K-pop stands and the furries were just jumping on this. They were having so much fun with it. And I remember seeing the memes that came out of it, and it was like, you've seen that sort of image of Gimli saying, are you okay with dying by an elf? And he goes, no, but I could die by a friend. Die with a friend, whatever it is, the exact quote. And it goes, are you happy dying with a friend got replaced with, which is what they always post on the K-pop things, like TS, 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 TS. And then he goes underneath, I could do that. It's just fantastic. Absolutely outstanding memes came from that day. One of, I think, my favourite moments ever on Twitter. It was just gold mine. Now then, back to the build. Now I've had my tangent of fun. What do I do with this wall? What do I do with this wall? Do I replace it with just a solid block? Do I do a pattern? Or do I draw a cop per sword? I don't know. Do Attack on Titan. Do a Attack on Titan. I think you'll find it be an. Also, the hell do you mean? An Attack on Titan. So you're wanting 4.8 trillion lives just stacked in this wall. Gotcha. Understood. Just drop it. It's cringe now. It's beyond cringe. I can't remember the song. I'll just write the words Tatakai, which is fight in Japanese. Tatakai. Tatakai. Yeah. What about the people from the Project Playtime round that you did? Last night, or was it the night before? Can't remember. Played Project Playtime. Right. Played a game as Survivor. It was clearly a group of people, right, that I joined into, you know, that they'd start hosting and they need more people in, right? Joined a group of people. I remember the name. I think it was, I'm not going to say it actually. It was Super Insert Pokemon name. And I'm not saying, I joined because I was like, oh, a Pokemon fan. Cool. That'll be pretty cool. I was wrong. During the game, they were all wearing the same thing. So I was like, okay, cool. It's a group of friends. Right, fair enough. You know, this usually means they're going to be all right. They're pretty decent. Played a Survivor with them. We stomped the monster. Posted GG. Thought nothing of it. Right, cool. Next up, my turn as monster. Played Huggy Wuggy on the map that people would actually class as hard Huggy Wuggy. Not theatre, the production factory, what do I call it? Factory. I stomped them. I stomped them over quite some time. It took quite a time to get them all. I did really well. Oh no, it wasn't. It was the theatre. It was theatre. It took some time to get it all sorted. I was like, yeah, cool. Running through it, getting them. They were constantly trying to cheese me. They're like, ha ha ha, look at me, you can't get me. And I was like, you don't know this map. I can get you from here. Jump, swipe. Oh, he hit me. How did he do that? It's because you can jump and swipe. Huggy has decent range. That's his big perk. Cool. Start taking them out one by one. You know, with my sabotage, I auto-drop them. And when you auto-drop them, it sends them to a random hole. Thus, I can't camp. It's impossible to camp holes when you have that sabotage. Because you don't know what hole they're getting put in. And when you start killing multiple, which is when you use the sabotage, anyway, there's going to be several holes opened up. So I cannot camp. I just walk around the map and I constantly just go to things where are being failed, take different routes so that I know if they're running away, they're probably going to run that way, right? Fine. It gets down to the last two, and I play it smart, because you have to, right? If you kill one of them when it's on the pull down, which it was, then the other one can just go and escape. Simple as. So I didn't. I just ran around it, protected it, killed them. You have to protect it. It's part of the freaking objective. Did that. Got the first one down. Got the second one down. Boom. I then go out to the lobby. GG, guys. I actually just put GG, but, you know, GG. Camper. That wasn't... I then explained to him, it wasn't camping. The end of the thing, that is the strat. You have to do that. You guys know that, right? Camper. Whatever. And then a guy that I had played with earlier, where I wasn't the monster, by the way, I checked, says, oh, I played with him earlier. Yeah, he camps. I played 1 round, or 2 rounds with you. I was never the monster. So I called him out on that, which shut him up. And the rest of them were just jumping on. Then I was Survivor, and I was playing against one of these friends, and I was duking in theatre. I knew what to do. Not theatre. Factory. I was duking. I knew what to do. The monster then quit. Bearing in mind, the monster had killed 2 people at this point. I was just escaping, and I was like, I think he quit, because I was thinking, he almost got me. I'm on 1 hit. Literally, I'm 1 tap. And then the other 2 friends disconnected. 1 was alive, 1 was dead. And then the host left, and he was one of the friends. Oh, he, she, they. And they said, God, blah, blah. God, you're so bad at this game. And I was like, well, first off, they wouldn't have quit if I was bad. I didn't say that. I was getting to the point I was getting annoyed with these people, right? As I said, getting annoyed with people takes a bit of effort. Wouldn't do it online because people would just like pull out the hack card and stuff like that. So I was like, no. I'm going to be pretty chill. I'm like, look, no, that's not what that happened. It's a strategy. On this map, you've got to know where you're going. And they were like, you just, nobody loves you. And I was like, well, what's new? I literally said, joke's on you. I know. And then it was a joke, obviously. Self-deprecating humor's funny to me, but I know it's not actually funny. It's kind of damaging, but it's not the point. And he said, I hope you die in a pit. I was like, no. Literally, I typed out, wow, imagine telling someone to die over a video game, cringe, and then they left. And I was like, right, yeah, what? Yeah, they do sound like children, Vicente, which is why I didn't like pull out any major toxicity and start calling them out and just calling them crap. I wouldn't do that because, first off, it's just pretty cringe anyway. But secondly, I had a feeling I was playing against literal children. I even when we went back to the lobby, I was like, well, they were toddlers. And the other guys were like, wow. They didn't weigh in on it. The other people that joined, they were just like, I'm going to stay out of this. And I'm like, you know what? I don't blame you. I've also played against people. I lost. In the last few days, I've only lost twice, right? And the 2 people I lost against played Huggy and Boxy, and they were amazing at it. And it was just like, GG, no toxic, just... I led it like, GG, amazing Boxy plays. And then, even though because they beat us and they absolutely steamrolled us, I'd like to add, and I was playing with people that weren't doing tasks or rescuing, the people that weren't doing anything were so toxic because they were like, whoa, he was cheating, he was camping. It's like, first off, camping is a thing you have to do anyway, and he wasn't camping anyway. What are you on about? The game is so toxic. Also, hello, Tommy. First time chat. Welcome, Tommy Rex. Yeah, it was pretty heavily cringe. I'm not going to lie. It's like, I'm all for, a bit of banter, just ripping into people every now and then, when it calls for it, When it's not, it's just so cringe, man. I was just like, the entire time, I was like, why are you doing this? What is the point? Let's get that done. Let's get rid of the wall, actually. In fact, I can finally use the axe. It's going to have a purpose now. So, oh, Corey. I need to go into thing again because it crashed, didn't it? Because I had to kill the Indoraptor. Right. And replace... Oh, what am I doing? I can just go all the way down here, can't I? Remember only doing this sides first. Replace air. Yeah, I'm not doing too badly. I was just recounting the absolute hilarity that was playing Project Playtime last night. It was 'twas an experience, I can confirm. Why? What the hell? Okay, right. Let's get the block out. I don't know what's going on, but just stick you up here for now, and then just get you out. Okay, well, I'm assuming that's done now, so we'll leave it be. Replace air. I'm guessing this is going to do it. Yeah, okay, cool. I'll do it on both sides. I do recall that. Oh, I never... The hell happened to you? I didn't build you, apparently. And there we go. Also, I need a block here so I can replace it with air. Alright, replace air. And boom. Yeah, all good here. Tommy, you haven't missed much. We just built the support structures on this part of the build. And then we've just started down here because I had to move on so that my brain could keep fresh. I need to do it on this side too. Let's go over here. We still haven't figured out the designs for this side of the wall, but I want to get these walls done and then move on. So I guess we'll go from there. I could keep it as just a volcanic brick, but that's pretty boring. So what color do we think would work best? 28 minutes ago. Oh, Jesus Christ, Kermit. I've just seen the tweet photo. I like it. But did you have to make me bald? I know I'm almost there. But... So the whole concept of the Boomer series we were talking about, the Boomer versus Zoomer, or Zoomer teaches Boomer thing. See if I can get the focus. Look what he made me look like. Alright? Oh, it's flipped, isn't it? But it says, oh no, it's not. It's just flipped in my camera. It's not flipped in the thing. Teaching a Boomer. So I assume that's going to be his thumbnail. I might have to make one that just says, being taught by a Zoomer, I suppose. But you made me bald. Though I do admit, by the time I hit that age, I will be bald. I mean, it's not wrong, but bold is all I'll reply, because he always sends me things like bold or boldness, so there we go. I don't know what I'm doing with these walls now, though. So, we've got the just open wall now, which is nice. Also, where's this light coming from? How is it seeping through? Figure out something to do with these walls. I do like the opening, so maybe I build something on the back. So rather than, say, for example, just doing something like this, which I don't like as much as an opening. So you could do something like this, for example, just to make sure it's got a pillar still. But just keeping the openings really nice, actually. So we'll actually have to figure out what the design is on these walls. Gotta figure it out. I'm not sure. I am still not sure. That's fine. I mean, to be fair, let's go back to our sign. The signpost of help. Supports for bridge started. I mean, I built 4 straight lines. Under level started. Tombs and entrance and ceiling. So once this parts are done, whatever I don't get done on camera, I might try and finish off camera in terms of like if we start something and I can just show you guys in the next stream. I'll try. I mean, I'm going to have a little bit of time, but I'm recording on Wednesday and tomorrow we're streaming again. So there is that. No, not a pattern like that. I don't know. I'd have love the entire way round, couldn't I? Not that I want to. Still got to figure out the idea for this wall and that wall. Still got to figure out what's going inside that wall. Things are already spawning, man. Why? Why did you spawn? Yeah, I'm pushing you. I'm going to push you all the way to the lava. Can I do it? It's possible. So you're going in the lava. This will amuse me. Get out of there! God damn it. Yes, yes! Keep walking! Keep walking! No, 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 no! Okay, push. Before you move again. Before you move again. Yeah. Nearly there. I believe in you. There we go. That amused me for 13 seconds. Also, where's the parrot gone? Where's Pablo? 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 ¿Dónde está Pablo? There he is! Pablo the parrot. Oh, sorry. His full legal name. Pablo the parrot. That is a song by Skillet, Tyrannos. Is this the hole that leads to the... Yeah. Just never-ending nothingness. And I... Oh. Wow. Imagine how dark this would be with shaders on. I am not going to find out. I still need to figure out the bottom of this so that we can also do the... This is all part of the underlevel. The walls, this, and then we can copy and paste. I still don't know what I'm doing with these walls. I hate hitting a... Pardon the pun. A wall. But unfortunately, it looks like I've gone that way. The hell? Star Guards are making a Deadpool 2. Ah, I think I know what happened. Although I'm surprised Automod didn't do that rather than you. I'm assuming you misspelled figure arts, and it prevented a slur from being said, which is, of course, a smart thing to do if you did misspell it. But it should come up with an Automod thing or a message to you saying, I think you spelled this wrong. But that might be too much effort for their coders. So Figure Arts, I assume, are making a Deadpool 2 Burn Deadpool, a figure that has more accessories than the original release. That's insane. Because, like, Deadpool's got no short of accessories in his figurines because you can have anything from a sword and a gun to a unicorn plushie with him. It's crazy. So if they're giving more, that's kind of cray-cray. Okay, yeah, no, I'm stumped. I'm not sure what I'm doing for the rest of the wall. I don't know whether, for example, quartz... Let's just try a few different ideas then, shall we? Whether I want like a white offset or if I want a... And let's get rid of you up here. I need to start putting some blocks away so we don't start losing our stuff. I don't need you. I don't need you. Or if I want nether brick or, say, red nether brick. All of these are viable... English options. So let's have a quick look. I've been staying up late watching Dragon Ball Z. I've been binging the entire series for months now. I'm halfway through. That's insane. I was actually going to put in Weeb Corner. At some point, I plan on tackling one of the large mountains. The mountains being either bloody where am I going with this brain thought process? Naruto, or One Piece. I was thinking like which, because I've not watched Naruto before. I've watched like, obviously a couple of episodes out of thing when it was on Cartoon Network or whatever it was on. And I was watching. No. It's going here, isn't it? We wanted that wall effect. And this is just normal quartz. This isn't like pillars or anything like that. So it's going to look a bit less nice as a concept. We're just doing these all for concepts right now. And then we'll have a look. Okay, there we go. And this concept, I think we'll do red nether brick, and then we'll do the purple one for the last one. just have a look to see which one isn't as egregious. I'm assuming on Thought's process alone, I mean, if we just did this, for example, it's probably going to be the nether brick, not the red and not the quartz. If I had to take a guess, right? Actually, just so that we got an angle from this side, I suppose. And that's if we don't go with just volcanic rock again, that is. And just do a pattern or something, or some pillars on the inside. Let's have a look, shall we? Which one is going to look better? It's definitely not the quartz. Let's not be surprised on that matter either. What just died? Oh, it was a bat. It was on fire and it flew. We have now got open lava, so Pablo the Parrot might not make it. But, hey, yeah, it's definitely not the quartz. It's the nether brick. It's not the red nether brick. Let's not act surprised on the matter, guys. Let's not act surprised. What about a pattern? Oh, first time chat as well. Hello, Jinx. You're not wrong. A pattern wouldn't be awful either, but I'm not too sure about the pattern itself and how I'd do it, especially with the colours. Unfortunately, when you work with the black that I have for the volcanic rock from, I think that's Fossils and Archaeology, might be Jurassic World Reborn. But a pattern. Let me just fill this out first so that I can use my brain. I was thinking maybe lava around the base back here, and then just have like a sort of like a rather river effect that might have fed in from here, which I could technically... Oh, you poor stupid thing, you're gonna fly into that. I could feed across like this. Just create like a lava river effect. That wouldn't be awful, I suppose, if I just made it look like it was just constantly moving across. Which is possible, and very easy, but... Let's get the walls done and this done first. I can replace this with a lava pool if needs be. And of course, I cannot do the ceiling because it's stone. That's fine. We can figure that out. I could just do this, for example, and just make it like that and just have a twofer. But then I don't like that. Oh, wrong block. This might require off-camera Corey to think. Because, you know, I've been awake for 2 hours. But I don't disagree with the pattern idea, Jinx. I think you might be onto something. I just don't know what to do for the pattern. So I want to get the idea or the base laid out and then go from there. There you go. Oh, stop it, me. There we go. Hey, look, normal volcanic rock. Oh, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that? If... Oh, volcanic rock. Right. Because you've got volcanic ash as well, which is a lovely grey I'd like to add. That's actually quite a nice grey. If we get this involved... So, let's just build an example, right? So this is the wall. Wow, what a great wall it is. This is just all of it right now, okay? That's all of it. Because you can use this. It does create, from a distance, it's not awful, but up close, I don't like it. Maybe not. No, okay. Hear me out. Oh, no. Hear me out. What about the volcanic ash? Let's try the ash. Hang on, does this drop? No. Thank God. And then like that. I don't hate the volcanic. I actually really like this block. It's really basic, but I kind of like it. I just did it again. Okay, we've got to figure something out. I found the fudge striped shirt bread cookies. Do you mean shortbread? Who remembers the crossovers of the adventures of Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy and Codename Kids Next Door? I recall seeing it once when I was younger. Yes, I kind of do. I don't remember it being Kids Next Door. I remember Billy and Mandy. I remember crossovers, but was it Kids Next Door or was it Kids Next Door and several other shows? Because I feel like they had like a massive Cartoon Network crossover with loads of things, right? I feel like Ben 10 did loads of crossovers too, right? Anyway, that was the concept if I was using volcanic brick, but we're going to be looking at concepts with nether brick. So, let's have a look at something like this quickly then. If it was flat, it's not awful, but if it wasn't flat and it had texture, I made it worse. Oh, that's wild. What about behind? Behind's better. Now, if we make a flat wall and start throwing shapes into it as opposed to a textural pattern. And then just like a... No, what if we changed you to this? I'm thinking out loud, guys. This is just the thought process. What if we changed you to this? My stomach just made a noise that sounded like knocking. I think I'm hungry. Maintain a generator Rex crossover. Maybe, no. Okay, those are the two basic patterns, so let's just try a different pattern then. Okay, and then so something like this, and then just going back to using shape-based patterns as opposed to in-wall patterns, and then okay, something like that. That's much better. Right, okay. So you got like a black on the red, but it's not too egregious. And then what you could do is something like bring you out even further, I suppose. And then use the nether brick stairs to get an even better sort of thing. So let's get rid of that ash. We're not going to use it. Something like you. I'm just thinking out loud at the moment, so I'm just going to continue thinking out loud. Again, just thinking out loud. Something like that. Could work. Right, so, Tyrannos, you just celebrated something called Sloppy Joes. I have a base understanding of, you know, different types of American cuisine. Is Sloppy Joes effectively... Is it a tomato-based sauce, or is it like a stock-based sauce that's with what I believe to be... Here we go. British person tries to guess what a Sloppy Joe is. It's like a bun, usually. Of some script, I've seen hot dog Sloppy Joes, and I think of hot dog buns and burger buns. And it's mincemeat, or hot dogs, or hot dog mincemeat, or hot dogs and mincemeat. And then it's usually in a sauce, and it's not like a chili sauce, like a chili con carne, but it's like a... It looks brown, but obviously you can get a nice, like, sort of... Is it the Maillard reaction where you can caramelize stuff and you can get that out of a tomato-based sauce anyway? But is it tomato, or is it like a gravy, like a brown gravy type of sauce? I am genuinely curious. This is not to dunk either. I am actually curious about this food. because clearly it's good if you're celebrating it. Like, I celebrate when I cook because I like to cook and I know what I'm having, and thus I can create whatever I want. Gone are the days where I would have to hate half the days of the week that I'd have to eat because my parents were cooking. And, you know, half the time they'd cook what they want to cook because, you know, that's what they're allowed to do. And half the time I did not like what they liked. Other days I'm like, yay, burgers. And other days I'm like, it's a mix of tomato and a barbecue sauce. Okay, cool. Interesting. I've made, with HelloFresh, when I was with HelloFresh, I've, ground beef hamburger with barbecue sauce for Vicente and Jinx. With you guys, it's ground beef, does have a sort of tomato puree sauce, and it's on a burger buns. I used to eat them all the time as a kid. Okay, cool. So it seems like it's some things like with regional variety or a bit of variety depending on where you're from. Because although I do see a bit of a oh, I just hit the microphone. Apologies. A bit of a recurring theme. It's a refreshing recurring theme, and it's got a bit of a change to it every now and then, which is nice. Okay. Might have to try it at some point, but you know, us British. I assume you boil the beef. I assume you add the only 2 seasonings it could ever require, which is salt and pepper. I'm joking. This is a joke. It's a joke. You don't boil meat and you don't not season it. For God. Oh, we put on weeb corn on the images of Deadpool figure. I don't know if that'd be a weeb. Although weeb is such an umbrella term, it could absolutely be it. Let me have a look at it quickly then. Oh, that's a really clean figure. Holy crap. That looks amazing. Also, I'm seeing kanji in there, so yeah, maybe it does deserve to be in Weeb Corner. That is sick. Yeah, that's a really good Deadpool figure. I like that one. Like, oh, you could even see like the leather sort of detail in his armor. Very cool. Very, very cool, Vicente. Something like this. Something like that. Whether I use a design like that, I don't know. But let's just get the walls replaced with freaking nether brick for now and take it from there. I'll get as much done as possible so that when I do off-camera work, I can just fill in the gaps effectively. Go from there. You can... The problem with boiling is you lose significant amount of flavor. So unless you're doing that, the best way to honestly cook chicken is sous vide, right? Unless you're deep frying it, maybe that's kind of maybe the best. But sous vide, right? In my opinion, and I've had many different types of chicken in my day, big, small, medium, you know, the 3 types of chicken. Like, let's face it, I grew up in a very, very... I hate to say it. Do you know the stereotype that British people don't season their food? I do love my parents dearly. I really, really do. But they fulfilled that stereotype. Unfortunately, most of it came down to the fact that stuff like loads of seasonings and, you know, flavorful food is, unfortunately, price-gated. And my parents were working parents of 5 children. So I can kind of get it, right? Even then, I know how to season foods now and how to do it properly because of YouTube. Genuinely, I've learned so much from YouTube. But it was a stereotypical British thing, like... They wouldn't season the meat, the veg, so on and so forth. We would mostly have stuff out of a sauce packet or a sauce jar. So, like, Domio's, chili con carne. Yeah, an Italian brand making chili con carne. You can imagine how that went. Or Domio's, like, bolognese sauce for a bolognese rather than, you know, using stock and stuff like that. It was just out of a jar. But even when I use jars, because I still use jars and I still use packet stuff, I still season stuff. So, yeah. But growing up, whenever I had chicken, it'd be chicken in a coq au vin, which is a type of, I would say, and I know French people won't like me calling it, but it's a type of casserole. And I will die on that hill. And I'm allowed to dunk on it because, you know, I have French heritage. So that chicken casserole, which was a separate thing, but it's got like a different flavour. Coq au vin is chicken and wine, so it was like a winey sort of casserole, right? Yeah, no, Jinx, you are right. Exactly. Boiling meat is fine for whole cats, and then before mixing it in, right? That's fine. I don't disagree with that. It depends on how you're using it. That's the big, big thing. Boiling meat and serving as is to make it healthy is stupid. The amount of times I've seen people just boil chicken and go, here's the healthy chicken wrap. Boiled chicken. Put it in tortilla. Add lettuce. Add light fat mayonnaise. I look at that and I am insulted. But if people are short on cash, that's fine. If they say this is a struggle meal or this is a meal for people that are low on cash, fine. You're helping them out, but you can also help them out by just saying, here's some seasoning. People that are going, oh, this is healthy. You can be healthy without doing that. Yeah, I'm glad you were laughing because Jinx, I have seen those things, and every time I'm like, this is a war crime. If I don't have grilled or fried chicken wrap, I won't touch it. Oh yeah, no, 100%. A wrap's got to be good. But point being is, when I grew up, you know, I had a very two-dimensional view of food. As I got older, I realised I have quite a unique set of taste buds in that I can determine what can go with what quite effectively. I bought a load of spices and seasonings and went, oh, and just tried them like an absolute lunatic. And was like, okay, this is really good. This has got this flavour profile. This has got this. And I just built up my love for food from that. And then I started watching YouTube, and people like Sorted Food are a great example. They really, really brought out my joy for food. And I just started experimenting. Admittedly, I get a bit lazy every now and then. When my partner's not here, I'll order a Domino's or I'll have super noodles. Because when I grew up, as a child, I would eat super noodles and meatballs in a massive mixing bowl because I was a chubby child. For those that don't know what super noodles are, if you're not UK based, you won't know, but it's effectively instant ramen westernized, so you have Western flavors, right? So rather than, you know, your traditional ramen or ramyun, you'd have barbecue beef, southern fried chicken, curry, just default curry, not any form of curry name, it just had curry powder effectively for its seasoning. And I will die on the hill that super noodles are good, okay? They are, because they have MSG in them. Among other things. But they are genuinely quite nice. I do enjoy the flavourings in them. I know they're not healthy. In fact, they're just carbs, salt, and fat, but it's not the point. Cheeseburger tater tot casserole. Well, we'll say boiling pork belly before seasoning deep frying is magical. You're not wrong, Jinx. Pork belly is... I like air frying my pork belly. So, I made some... I can't remember what it was. It was... wasn't char siu. It was I've made two different types of pork belly recently. One is... I can't remember what they're called. Basically, one was crispy. So, heavily cover it in salt on the skin. After piercing it, of course. Wrapping it up, leaving the top exposed in the fridge. One day later, take it out. Bake it for, effectively, I think it's 30 minutes. Brush off the salt. Bake it again. Massive crispy skin. Cut through. Of course, the meat was seasoned underneath. I used some spices, if I can remember correctly. It was Chinese 5-spice, aromat, which is basically just savory, which a bit redundant, but savory flavoring. So it's got a bit like a chicken stock flavoring with MSG in it. So like, yeah, I'll use that, and a couple other things I can't remember what they were. And then effectively, I think I threw in a bit of honey as well once it was starting to come to temp. Just so I got a bit of stickiness on the underside and a very crispy top. And then another type of pork belly, which is effectively you do the same thing, but without the salt, and then you get a nice firm belly, but you then want the skin to be gummy, which is a very weird thing. So you slow cook it. And that was magical too. Both are very magical. But I haven't tried boiling pork belly first. I might have to try that. I know that I've seen it before because you can create... is that the way that you do it for a proper gummy texture? Is that where I say gummy, but you know what I mean? Like melt in the mouth sort of thing. Because I don't think that's what you do for the crisp unless you're not doing the skin as well. But if that's what I'm thinking of, that's probably the way that I could improve my slow cooked one is just by boiling it first. I like to just boil it in sauce. It's not really boiling, it's over a long period of time. I wouldn't mind trying pressure cooker pork belly, because that would just completely obliterate it and it would just be like so soft. Right, I still need to figure out what we're doing with this, but that's fine. I mean, running the stream in about 10 minutes because I've got stuff to do. I've still got to call my pharmacy, which closes at 6:30. It's nearly 6. To get my meds sorted, and then I've got to make dinner, do some chores, chill. I did everything I needed to on Pokemon last night. I got my Walking Wake and Iron Leaves. I love Walking Wake. I freaking love my Therapod Suicune. Yeah. When I was in Mexico, I ate some chili and lime chapulin, and they are good. I've not tried that. We have, in my location, we have some amazing restaurants, and British people can't do good food. Apart from, and I will make exceptions, I like a roast dinner if it's done properly and you season your food, so on and forth. A roast dinner is amazing. So I don't think you guys in America have roast dinners, like, regularly. Like, I know that you guys, like, have roasts, what we'd call a roast, on, like, Thanksgiving and maybe Christmas. We have that by default every Sunday. We don't. I don't cook them every Sunday because they're a lot of effort. I think that a roast dinner is, like, an integral part if it's done properly, and it's not always done properly. But I've been quite fortunate that my parents actually did quite good at that. My sister does a great one as well. My grandparents, when they're around, they did amazing ones too. So I've been very, very fortunate in that my roast dinners at least weren't awful. Chapelina crickets. That reminds me, Vicente. My partner, they bought me grasshopper salt and is it guave worms? No, I can't remember what they're called. Something worms. So that it's using the chitin from each, and it's using it as a sort of a base compound, and it's creating this like salt, and it's like got seasoning in it too. But it's great. I ain't got an issue with eating insects. Eating insects of the future, they're far more easy to obtain. They're not resource heavy, and you can get so much more protein. No issues with eating insects. I think it's the future. So that is really awesome, Vincente. Thank you for telling me that, because now I'm going to want to try them. Although I've got a thing about not wanting to eat certain insects, such as spiders. Maybe not crickets and grasshoppers, I won't lie, because they've got texture and stuff. Mealworms, not an issue. Ants, not an issue. Scorpions, not an issue. Like, definitely not spiders. I no. If you want to see someone really funny eating, like, food-safe spiders, I recommend watching Brandon Farris. Is it Brandon Farris or Harris? I always get those two mixed up. I don't think the world is ready to eat bugs yet. I'm very nervous about myself. Don't worry, Trinos. I used to be the same. I used to think, weirdos eat bugs. And then I watched videos around them. And I watched people preparing them in ways that made my mouth water, and I realized maybe I don't have an issue. I think the easiest gateway bug... See what I did there? Play on words. Made it sound like gateway drug. It's probably going to be mealworms. Genuinely. Mealworms and stuff like that. You know the things you feed your, like, whatchamaflips? Like bitter dragons and stuff like that. Because they're heavy in chitin, which gives a crunch. I'm not going to lie, they're pretty nutritionally not as good as the other bugs, but they do... You can do a lot of things with them. Replace stuff like... if you make like a warm lentil salad or a sort of anything really, like soup and stuff like that, you could replace your croutons with it. You could replace your hard chickpeas, also when you fry chickpeas for a texture thing. Replace them there. No difference. If you season them the exact same way with like peri peri salt or something like that, absolutely the same. Ants, they're tiny. You need loads to even thing. Ants have got a taste. I will not lie. I've had ants before. They have got a taste, and you would need to drown them out with seasoning, like more than their body weight. But they're not awful. It's just got like a... Think if you have certain types of mushrooms, you can get like an almost earthy taste. Same with ants. Mealworms, they've got like a smoky taste. Genuinely. I love them. So I think bugs are the future. I think bugs also feed into people that are like pescatarian. For example, my partner's pescatarian, but they they'll eat fish. They won't eat like meat, of course, but they will mainly eat vegetarian, vegan stuff. They have oat-based stuff, but they do eat fish occasionally. They have no issue eating bugs. I think the concept of veganism is not down to whether it's alive, small, or cute, or not big. It comes down to mainly that the fundamental tenet of veganism is not eating something with a nervous system. And I believe insects do have a nervous system. I don't know. I don't know if they have like an actual full intrinsic nervous system like other organisms or not, but so it might be okay. But that's why it's fine to eat, say, for example, yeast as a vegan or stuff with yeast-based products because it doesn't have a nervous system. So we'll see. Honey ants. Ooh. Oh, I've not had honey ants. I'd be more than willing to try. The snack cart also had mealworms, and in the museum that I went, they sell mealworms covered in chocolate. Ooh. Because that'd be like quite interesting. Like if it's a dark chocolate, I hate dark chocolate, but as a flavour profile, dark chocolate smoky mealworms would be interesting. Human safe mealworms, yeah, give them a try. I think you might, as the best gateway, would probably just be something like spiced or pre-seasoned packet mealworms rather than doing it yourself, just so that you can just, you know, get used to the idea of it. They had them in a shop not too far from me, and it was I say not too far. It was an imported shop, but you could import it. It's not the point. It was you had flavors. I do not recommend the cheese ones. Whoever thought that that was a good combination was wrong. The type of ant whose abdomen fills with a sea substance. Ooh, they would be alright, I think. I don't think I could eat any arachnids. I'm just as afraid of spiders as you are. My man, because I hate them. I've got so much respect for people that love spiders. Like, I'm like, you are so strong. You are so strong. We evolved to fear them for a reason, okay? And the fact that you don't just shows to me that you're strong. I have a genuine, unrooted, just deep fear and hatred for them. I cannot stand them. I cannot stand them. Any other things that most people like, I don't know about in America if it's a common phobia. I know we're just having a just chatting at this point because I've not really built in the last 5 minutes, but that's fine. We're getting towards the end of the stream. I don't know if it's the same thing in America. Like the most common phobias, like of animals, not of like, you know, height, water, so on and so forth. Snakes, lizards, also snakes, birds, and insects, or a specific insect such as a spider. Because over here, it's definitely that. We have people that are like, my stepdad is just afraid of spiders. Well, as afraid of snakes as I am of spiders. He cannot stand the look of them. Whereas I love snakes, I love lizards, I love anything reptilian. I've held snakes, so on and so forth. I have a big phobia of spiders. However, footnote: the fear of spiders I have are around that big, or if they have long legs, long gangly legs. And I'll preface that, if they're gangly. If they're thick boys, like tarantulas, not scared, genuinely, not scared of tarantulas. No issues. Goliath bird eater, don't care. But you start getting into things like the wolf spider, the huntsman spider, or camel spiders, I hate them. No, because they're gangly. Tarantulas are just big fat gerbils to me. I swear, if my partner gets a spider, I will not go over to their house. I would not blame you, my friend. I'm somewhat afraid of spiders. I'm scared of the bigger ones. Ah, fair enough. Bigger spiders, if they're big but gangly, no. Yeah. If they're big and fat boys like tarantulas, they're cool in my book. I've held a tarantula. At the time, I was still scared of tarantulas. But I was like, oh, this isn't awful. It was the same time that shortly after, I then held a python, a boa constrictor. And my stepdad was like going pale, and I was like, I'm going to turn out to be like you when I'm older, but of spiders. And I wasn't wrong. My friend had a pet house spider. Yeah, he tried to put it on my arm. I almost threw up. I also, when I was living in another, I feel like it's fine. I can't dox where I used to live. I used to live in a place called Westbury, which is in Wiltshire. And it's back when I was a child, right? We lived in this house, and this house was cursed. For one, it was haunted. For two, it let spiders in that were massively gangly and massive, like proper house spiders. Not as bad as my gramps' house, which is in Old Somerset, and I mean Old Somerset because it's built on top of a mine, so you'd get massive spiders there. For the UK, they were probably record-breaking spiders, but not the point. And I fell asleep downstairs in the living room in Westbury, in this old sort of ish house, sort of old architecture, I would say, even though it was a newer build. I fell asleep. I was playing a DS. I remember this because I was playing my DS and I fell asleep, and I've just felt, huh? Jane, stop it! Like, brother, stop it! The fear that entered my body as I saw that house spider here on my face. Bear in mind, I've been asleep. It could have crawled in my mouth. They don't do that. It's not a myth, but it could have crawled in my mouth. It didn't. It just decided to sit here, right? At that point, that I opened my eyes and saw this spawn of Satan. So I jumped up. I went from lying down to vertical in probably 0.003 seconds. The spider flung across the room, hit the mantelpiece, and then disappeared. I was traumatized ever since, and I cannot sleep anywhere where I think that there's going to be a spider. Like, before I go to bed, check the ceilings, check the duvet, check there's nothing underneath. Right, cool. I can't see one, thus not an issue. Like, we've got like a sort of setup that I can sleep downstairs now because I snore like a satanic pig. So I'll sleep downstairs when my partner needs to get like an early night and stuff. And that's even worse to try and check places because it's a bigger room. I'm just like constantly like, we had a spider roaming around last night on the walls, and Nimbus ended up killing it this morning. Very, very proud of him, by the way. And I was like, I think I'll stay up all night and just go to bed upstairs in the safety of my room in the morning. That's what I did. That's why I got up so late. Tonight, now that I know that Nimbus has murdered the spider, I'm not going to have an issue. I'm glad you don't live in Australia. I, too, am glad I don't live in Australia. Have you seen that video? I know we're getting towards the end of the stream, but I'm on a tangent, and I like tangents. Have you seen the video of the guy in Australia driving on the like motorway or highway or whatever you want to call it, and a fucking big wolf spider or huntsman spider, I don't know which one it was crawling across the windscreen on the outside, fortunately. Okay. And he's screaming, ah! And he turns on the wipers. This thing doesn't get eradicated by a wiper, nor does it get eradicated at like 50, 60 miles an hour speed. No. It gets pushed onto the like his window on his right while he's driving. Fortunately, he was very smart and had it closed. Unfortunately, it doesn't show it in the video, but I know this from a fact. Those spiders can fit into very small gaps, so he needed to get rid of that spider ASAP. So, just a tangent. I've also seen it where people are trying to like constantly poke these spiders because they can take some beatings, by the way. You're not just killing it with a simple shoe. It will take a few hits. Like they've been hiding in the different parts of their cars and stuff, or poking out of the air vents. I could not live in Australia. The huntsman spiders, yep. The angel silk spider rain, heard about that, and bird-eating spiders, Goliath bird-eating spiders, and got certain golden orb weavers will eat spiders too. I know quite a bit about spiders, because, you know your enemy. Don't like them. However, I will never tell someone, if someone's actively got like an active, passionate interest in spiders, I'm not going to sit there and go, ew, you like spiders? I hate them. If there was a button that would wipe them all out of the face of the earth, I'd press it 3 times. I wouldn't tell that to someone that likes spiders. To anyone else like me who doesn't like spiders, I tell them. But I feel like if someone's passionate about something, I would not crap on it. I'd just be like, you know what? I'd like to hear more about spiders. Genuinely, I like learning new things. So tell me. But I, myself, am terrified. And will remain so till the day I die. I will not try any immersion therapy. Will not be trying terror therapy with spiders. I'm not doing that. Oh, Forb, we're just ending the stream in a moment. But the VOD will be available on Twitch or on the unofficial Vertico VOD channel, which is set up by a lovely viewer. No. Hey, look, you're still in the stream and I got to say hello, which is nice. I only have an issue when spiders scuttle too fast. That's another thing. Tarantulas, they can be fast, don't get me wrong. But they rarely have raw. They're just like, sir, just gonna chill here. Do you want to drop a cricket right next to me, please? Rather than halfway across so I don't have to hunt it. Thanks, my guy. Nom. Trapdoor spiders, big gangly spiders, huntsman wolf spiders. I want you to drop something fast that challenges me so I can run and give you nightmares. And it's like, no. Hi, Mum made a wolf spider explode. Yes, no, jump spiders are really cool. Once again, they're gangly. I hate them. But I also kind of love them. Jumping spiders are so cool to me. Because they actively like have to figure things out. Do you know, like when a cat, right? And you see it do a little wiggle before it jumps. That's it actively trying to gauge how much of its energy it has to use to jump, right? They do similar stuff, and it's adorable, but terrifying. I love it. Yep, you'll still be in Discord for I'll be in there in a bit. But yeah, no, how? I assume. Wait, let me take a guess. Can I take a guess and tell me if I'm near close? Does it involve firearms? Does it? Come on, I just want to know if it's that. If not, I'm wanting to hear this story next time because I'm eyeing it. Okay, that was the obvious way, right? Like I'm not stupid. Across the pond, you know, if the spider explodes, right? I know that's how guns work, right? But yeah, that's. I'm gonna have to find out. Try and remind me. So, like, when we go into the next stream, just say exploding spider. I will look at it and hopefully go, oh yeah, that's if you're around tomorrow. If you're not, maybe Friday, depending on which day you're free. Yeah, so we are going to be ending the stream. I'm going to come out of Minecraft now because the last 20 minutes I've not built anything. I've just been talking, which I am not against. We end the stream in a moment. Effectively, it was quite a short stream. Tomorrow's stream might be a little bit longer because I haven't got so much stuff to do. We'll see. Today was just a bit of Minecraft. Got a little bit of work done. I'll do some work off camera on it. Great. Friday, we'll have a bit more Minecraft with a bit more community games too. We might do some Among Us before some Project Playtime because, you know, I like being sweaty in that game. So there is that. But tomorrow is Trails of Cold Steel. So it is a RPG. It's Weeby. It's got Weeby music. It's got Weeby plot and Weeby game mechanics, okay? It's amazing. I love it. I've loved every second of playing it. It's an older game. Fortunately, you can upscale it via the use of the UI that they use, and you can set the FOV and max frame limit, which is amazing, by the way. Playing it now, rather than playing it on a PlayStation, where it was using the original PlayStation file, just obviously just upped a little bit. So much different, so much better. Can't wait. But prepare for the anime trope. Yeah, I think it's like within the first hour, a guy trips and falls over onto a girl. It's like, I've seen this trope hundreds of thousands of times, so just as a heads up. But you will all find a character you love, I promise, if you watch that. If I remember correctly, my favorite characters are probably Cedric. I like Reen, but he's as you play him and as you put him out there. Crow is incredible. And like some of the starters, Fee's funny as hell, Laura's funny as hell. Laura's just stern. She's Laze, which is cool. Sarah, the teacher, is just, she's world class. And yeah, that's pretty much those guys. You'll see, it's so much fun. So excited about it. And if you don't get a chance to see it tomorrow, which I hope you can, at least some of you make it there for the live, but if you can't, it'll be on the VOD and Twitch and the unofficial VOD channel. Right, you know the drill. I don't say goodbye and end the stream. We just end it at random points. Unfortunately, that has led to a emote being created of my derpy face, so I have to now focus when I'm ending the stream and click the button whilst making sure my face is rested and not making a weird expression. It'd be a really, really big shame if